Hey guys, Yugioh here. I do like to apologize quickly for not making a video for a while. I don't really need to apologize, but it's basically because of the fact that I'm in university and I have been given assignments in the last couple of weeks, and it has been very, very stressful. Lots and lots of work to do. But I have been keeping on top with what's been going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh world, and the title of this video is going to be "What is the winner of YCS Seattle?" But it'll probably be worded in a way so that it probably makes more people click the video. So if you're one of those people to be fooled, of course I don't know who the winner of Seattle is, but I can obviously give my opinion on what will probably win. So I have decided on picking 4 different decks. Hopefully one of them will be the winner. So what we have to understand is that the difference between this YCS and the YCS before is that Abyss Rising came out. Obviously, that means more emphasis on water decks. As you can see on my screen right now, Mermail Atlanteans is my first choice. Of course, with Abyss Rising, Mermail Atlantean deck is now viable. However, it's a good deck. I do like it. As you know, I picked Abyss Megalo to represent the deck because its ability to bring out Abyss Megalo often. It's a really good card, and it really works well for the deck. And the whole deck itself is very good. However, 2 problems I can think of right now as to why they might not actually win. Firstly, it's because of the fact that Abyss Rising has only just come out. Obviously, you can test decks on DN, you can test decks on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, you can, proxy the deck itself, print out the cards and play around with it. But at the end of the day, if the set comes out, it will come mainstream. People will actually play it with the actual card and actually get a feel for the deck. And the deck has not been out for very long, which will put it in a bad light. But it also means that there's a big emergence of the deck, so there will be a lot of overrepresentation of the deck in the YCS, provided that there's enough people thinking that the deck is good, which it is a good deck. My second choice is that after reading a few articles on auto reality games, on blogs, on other people's videos, it's kind of apparent that Mermail Atlanteans, you only really need to side a few cards. Stuff like Dino Rabbit can just main Macrocosmos and it completely kills the deck. It's like machine decks. There's only a few cards you have to side in to completely obliterate the entire deck. When you have easy sides, it means that you only have to side 1 or 2 cards against them and it will always put in work for you. It's not like, oh yeah, I might put in Snowman Reaper to counteract the first turn Thunder King because my deck needs to search all the time. It's not like that. Mermail Atlanteans, if you take away their ability to discard and their ability to get their effects when they're discarded, like Abyss Dweller, for instance, that can negate the deck, then the deck suddenly becomes a hell of a lot worse. So it's up to the players and their conscious choice to actually side well against Mermail Atlanteans. That will decide whether or not they do well. So my next choice is wind-ups. As you can see in brackets here, I put with Bahamut Shark. Bahamut Shark is a card that came out in Abyss Rising, and while the deck might not actually have room for it, I do feel like the card is actually really good. You can use it to special summon Zed Mighty, obviously without materials, but you can sort of mess around with it. It does allow you to. I mean, Bahamut Shark is a good card. I mean, you can make Acid Golem. It opens up plays that the deck couldn't do before. But wind-ups in general is still a really good deck. I mean, Bahamut Shark is an Xyz and it doesn't require any extra deck commitment. Wind-up Sharks can make it. It's just an extra thing that the deck can do, and it's always really helpful to have more options. The deck is really good. It always seems to make quite a few spots in the YCSs anyway. I don't think it'll be any different at the moment. My next choice is a personal favourite, Agents. After looking at Simon He's deck from the last YCS, I think it was YCS Providence. Yeah, he managed to secure top 8, and I think it was due to the fact that he got outplayed basically by the guy who was the guy who beat him proceeded to go and win the YCS. So only the guy that could only win the YCS was only capable of beating him. If you understand what I'm saying. So I've been playing around with the deck that I neck decked it. I admit to the fact that I neck decked it, and after playing around with it, I really feel like the deck is amazingly good. It's actually really well catered to the meta, and as long as people play it with the right deck list and don't just play it with any old crap, understanding the deck well, then it is capable of winning. The fact that Simon He didn't win was mainly because of the underrepresentation of agents. It could have been represented a little bit more, and then that would have been more likely to have won. Obviously, there's a few sides to it that are it's easy to side against in a way, but the deck itself is very, very powerful. It's really up to the players, representation wise. And my last choice is category Yugioh. I only picked this one because it won the last one, and also because while it does have a lot of very, very powerful sides to beat it, the deck itself is very consistent, and consistency does win YCSs, as proved by the last one. Mermails, you don't really need to. I mean, Veiler, for instance. Veiler does not work well against Mermails because of their way to function from the grave, and also you can just use stuff like Macro. And the thing is, if you don't have Veilers against Yugiohs, then your Max Cs are not going to be very useful. So it's kind of like you have to pick which one you're going to main against, and I think people are going to main against Mermail Atlanteans, which will take Yugiohs off the radar a little bit, which gives them a chance to actually really get a few spots in the top 32. And yeah, that's pretty much my opinion. So there are obviously loads of other decks that could be capable of winning. You know, there's loads of different decks: Dark World, Six Samurais, Dino Rabbits. You know, it's really up to the player themselves to actually evaluate the decks that are going to be there and make a guess. I mean, it could be anyone's game. There's really no way of telling. The only reason why I picked decks is because of sort of just the way that the YCSs go when a new set comes out, and how it affects decks and how it affects the representation of decks. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope I can make some new videos soon, and let's hope the winner of YCS Seattle is one of these 4 decks, because then I can say I told you so. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing, by the way. I have managed to reach 200 subscribers, and I hope I can get to 300 within the next couple of months, I guess, or even in a few weeks. So subscribe, comment, like, tell me your opinion on who do you think is going to win the YCS. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, the Thetcglover is out.